Silvana Laudoni from CIAPE, the Italian Center for Permanent Learning based in Rome. Today I'm going to present you the open educational resource concerning the application of design-led innovation approach to the advanced textile sector, exploring design, creative, critical and art thinking methods. Technical textiles is a rapidly developing sector. Changes being brought to the textile design profession by new smart materials, for example, phase change, shape memory, and nanomaterials, requires that designers think in a new way, embracing capabilities and building on the value of interdisciplinary collaboration to develop innovative design. Design is an important strategic business resource, helping companies to innovate, differentiate, and compete in the global marketplace. In the technical textiles industry, design has mainly to accomplish with the product functional aspects in different kinds of sectors, as for example, automotive, construction, well-being. Through this OER, we are going to make you understand basic principles of design-led innovation and how to use design, creative, critical, and art-thinking approaches to generate ideas and unlock innovation in order to create a new design or a novel product able to succeed into the market. Design-driven innovation is a strategy that aims to radically change the emotional and symbolic futures of a product and service through a deeper understanding of broader changes in society, culture, and technology. The potential for thinking as a designer, referred to design thinking, is being recognized as a process to generate new solutions. Design-led innovations builds on this theory to internally aligning the solution with the company's strategies, resources, and brand. Critical, creative, and art thinking can work together to create innovation in the design thinking process, acting from different perspectives. Design thinking is a five-stage process used to solve complex problems and generate innovative solutions. These stages are not always sequential. Following the findings, the different steps can be reiterated or run in parallel. The five stages of the design thinking process are: emphasize, gaining insights into user needs through researches; define problems and created personas to maintain a human-centered vision; ideate an innovative solution for the identified problems; develop a prototype of the new product to investigate the generated ideas; test the prototype with the end users using the results to redefine problems; and eventually find alternative solutions. Brown's method comprises three core steps: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. The inspiration step is not only related to the problem that must be solved, but also considers market opportunities. Ideation is the process of generating, developing, and testing ideas. The implementation phase focuses on the realization of the idea by making the product, service, or solution ready for marketability. There exist different design thinking models. Here we will present the one adopted by HP High School as an example. In this model, for each one of the proposed steps, I indicated goals, methodologies that can be used, inputs needed to pursue the specific goal, and the outputs produced. We can distinguish three different models in the framework of design thinking approach: creative problem solving, based on the identification of a large number of possible solutions to meet the user's needs in order to identify the most effective one; sprint execution, focused on launching a new product into the market that will be subject to improvement after analyzing the consumer's reactions; creative confidence, directly focused on the involvement of people to create confidence in the innovation process; innovation of meaning, based on corporate vision and product values redefinition. Innovation with design thinking demands critical thinking to understand the assumptions that frame our ideas and shape our design. The main steps of the critical thinking process are knowledge, take information on facts and principles, understanding, comprehend evidences, trends, and significance, application, explore the ideas using them in new ways, analysis, examine the reasons for theories, findings, relationship within different sources, evaluation, assess the worth of an idea in terms of relevance to the identified needs, creation, give birth to new perspectives or new original products. Critical thinking is a part of every stage of design thinking process. Essentially, effective design thinking cannot take place in the absence of critical or creative thinking. On the other hand, critical thinking requires some form as well as level of creativity. Critical and creative thinking cannot be separated or distinguished using any formal criteria. Creative thinking is the thinking we do when generating ideas. Critical thinking is the thinking we do when judging ideas. Creative ideas don't just get up in your head. There exist some techniques that can be used to come up with creative solutions that are also useful for stimulating critical thinking. We can use, for example, affinity diagram, a technique that helps group the data based on themes. This makes it easier to detect patterns and connections among the information gathered. The technique named SCAMPER stands for 7 thinking approaches to be analyzed in relation to a data problem: substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, reverse. Another creative stimulating technique is the mood board, a collection of images, fonts, icons, colors, etc., used for representative purposes. The 6 thinking hats is a method where each hat represents a different perspective to take into consideration. So, the hand we can analyze the art thinking approach. Art thinking is when we are looking from the point of view of the artist, meaning the person creating new products or services. By placing the consumer at the heart of the innovation process, design thinking can often lead to more incremental rather than radical ideas. The two approaches are highly compatible, but also art thinking takes out more space for the unknown and not yet commercialized. There are 4 key steps to our thinking that are part of an iterative process and are repeated. Envision, exploring one's own vision using the question, what if? Visualize, analyzing the constructed vision to identify problems to take through introspection and beliefs. Reconstruct, conceptualizing one's unique idea, externalizing core values. Articulate, creating a prototype. There are some cognitive strategies of artists that designers can employ to develop creative ideas and innovative solutions that are used in the previous step, and they are reported here. So, to go specifically on technical textile design innovation, here we not only need to adapt into new technologies, but also to fulfill market needs, addressing customers' needs, performance, quality ergonomics, and aesthetics in addition to economic aspects. Meanwhile, the complexity of technical textile design is the merging of different materials in the same design, having different properties and characteristics that constitute a design challenge. Technical design is for technical textiles is structured engineering, the creative process, where one of the major challenges is the compromise of all needs, parameters, and requirements in a design that fulfills the purpose. So, in order to conclude, we can say that the ability to create a product with inbuilt structural, performative, functional, and aesthetic qualities assumes a design collaborative approach. We can distinguish two different types of innovation: incremental and radical. Design-led innovation is a method which allows to consider and evaluate new radically propositions. In the course of these slides, we proposed an approach to design-led innovation that combines different types of methodologies, specifically design, critical, creative, and thinking, that can constitute a comprehensive strategy to innovation. So, that's it. And thank you for your attention.